President, could I ask you a question? Sure.
Thank you very much. It's a great honor to have President Bolsonaro with us from Brazil. He has done a very outstanding job, ran one of the incredible campaigns. Somebody said it a little bit reminded people of our campaign, which I'm honored by. But it was a tough, well thought out campaign. And we are going to be discussing today Venezuela. We'll be discussing trade. We'll be discussing many subjects. And Brazil has a great friend, I think probably because of the relationship that we have. Brazil and the United States have never been closer than they are right now.
Mr. President.
É prazer para mim termos aqui o presidente Bolsonaro, do grande país, o Brasil. Ele está fazendo trabalho excelente, a campanha dele foi incrível. Tem pessoas que disseram que lembraram da nossa campanha quando pensavam na campanha dele. Foi dura, foi uma campanha dura. Nós hoje vamos conversar de muitas coisas. Falaremos da Venezuela, falaremos de comércio, enfim, falaremos de toda uma série de coisas. Nunca o Brasil esteve tão perto dos Estados Unidos. Somos muito amigos, estamos perto um do outro.
Sim. É uma satisfação estar nos Estados Unidos, depois de algumas décadas de presidentes anti-americanos. O Brasil mudou a partir de 2019. E, obviamente, temos muito a conversar, muita coisa a oferecer um para o outro, para o bem dos nossos povos. Tenho, sim, como disse há muito, que muita coisa em comum com o senhor Donald Trump. Isso, para mim, é motivo de orgulho e satisfação. Ele quer uma América grande e eu também quero um Brasil grande. Pode ter certeza, a partir desse momento aqui, o Brasil estará mais do que nunca engajado com os nossos Estados Unidos. Isso, no meu entender, é motivo de orgulho e satisfação para os nossos povos. Muito obrigado.
Mr. President.
Excuse me, translation now. It gives me great pleasure to be here in the United States to take part in this visit after decades on end of anti-U.S. presidents in Brazil. Brazil has indeed made a major shift in 2017. Obviously enough, we do have a great deal to talk about. We do share a lot in common, and we will certainly work to the ultimate benefit of our two peoples. We do have a great deal of shared values. I admire President Donald Trump, and we will certainly work towards the benefit of our two nations, because just as President Donald Trump wants to have a great America, I, on my side, also want to have and ensure we have a great Brazil. So yes, increasingly from now onwards, Brazil will become increasingly engaged with the U.S., and I'm very proud and pleased that that is so.
Thank you very much. That's very nice. Thank you.
Mr. President.
And I think before we begin, I think we would like to, you know, Brazil is a great, great soccer power and a great country. And we're going to present that, and I believe they have one also. But you know all about Brazil being the great soccer power. They have great, great players. I can still remember Pelé and so many others. You've had a fantastic history. So we're going to exchange jerseys. I see that we got one, and this is the U.S. national team. And so that's an honor to give that to you. Thank you very much.
Como os senhores sabem, o Brasil tem uma enorme história no futebol, é uma grande potência no futebol. Grandes jogadores, eu ainda lembro do Pelé. Então, eu estou entregando a camiseta da equipe nacional dos Estados Unidos para o senhor como número deste ano.
Eu sou um pouco mais novo, mas também lembro do Pelé.
I'm a little younger, but I also do remember Pelé.
Right.
Aproveitar a oportunidade e entregar-lhe também uma camisa, né? Que simboliza ali o maior jogador de todos os tempos, Edson Arantes do Nascimento. que nos deu muita alegria no futebol. E é um prazer aqui entregar essa camisa com o teu nome atrás, ok?
Let me use the opportunity, Mr. President, to hand you a gift, a jersey, as a token as an emblematic token of the world's best ever soccer player, Edson Arantes de Nascimento, also known as Pele, who gave us so much joy by playing football and for his talented football.
Mr. Trump, Brazil is offering the access.
Well, we're looking at it very strongly. We're very inclined to do that. The relationship that we have right now with Brazil has never been better. I think there was a lot of hostility with other presidents. There's zero hostility with me. And we're going to look at that very, very strongly in terms of whether it's NATO or it's something having to do with alliance. But we have a great alliance with Brazil, better than we've ever had before.
A pergunta é, visa o Brasil ia receber privilégios, ia dar privilégios na OTAN para o Brasil. E, na verdade, nós temos uma excelente relação com o Brasil, estamos trabalhando com eles, não temos nenhuma hostilidade com o Brasil, como aconteceu antes, nossa hostilidade é zero. Então, vamos trabalhar com esta e outras alianças.
Mr. President, Brazil is working to offer the United States access to a rocket launch site in Brazil. Americans will be able to go to Brazil without a visa. What would you like President Bolsonaro to get to Brazil, to take to Brazil as a result of this visit?
Well, we're working on different military sites and military options. We're working on visas and going in a much easier fashion. All of that is good. And we have many things that Brazil would like, and I think we're working on those things. One of the big elements of the relationship is trade. Brazil makes great product, and we make great product. And our trade has been never as good as it should be in the past. And in some cases, it should be far, far more. So I think our trade with Brazil will go substantially up in both directions, and we look forward to that. And that's one of the things that Brazil would like to see.
O lançamento de Alcântara é uma das coisas que será discutida também. Sabe o senhor que o Brasil está tornando mais fácil dar vistos de entrada para o Brasil. O que nós veremos com os Estados Unidos? Bom, estamos pensando muitas coisas, diferentes locais militares, diferentes opções. Também estamos pensando em facilitar os vistos. E uma coisa muito importante é o comércio. O comércio que nós temos com o Brasil não é tão bom como deveria ser. E nós temos que trabalhar para que seja o melhor possível.
Mr. President, Mr. President.
Let's talk about Venezuela. What do you want to see happen in Venezuela? Well, we don't want to say exactly. I know exactly what I want to happen in Venezuela, but we're going to be talking about different things. All options are on the table, and it's a shame what's happening in Venezuela, the death and the destruction and the hunger. Hard to believe one of the wealthiest countries is now one of the poorest and most impoverished countries. So we'll be talking about that in great length.
E a Venezuela? A Venezuela, o senhor vai falar sobre a Venezuela com o presidente? Sim, eu sei exatamente o que eu quero para a Venezuela, mas nós temos opções diferentes e vamos conversar sobre elas. Está tudo sobre uma mesa. É uma vergonha o que acontece lá, o país um dos mais ricos da América Latina, o que nós vemos é morte, fome, então, e tornou-se o país mais pobre. E nós vamos conversar sobre isso.
Mr. President, Brazil involved on a military action in Venezuela, and also, are you supporting Brazil's efforts to join the OECD?
I am supporting their efforts to join, and we are just going to say, I think I can speak for both countries, all options are on the table. Every option is on the table with respect to Venezuela.
And you would like to see Brazil involved on this, any sort of military option?
We haven't even discussed it. We're going to discuss it today.
A pergunta era sobre as opções militares na Venezuela e também sobre a entrada do Brasil no OCDE. Em relação ao OCDE, sem dúvida, nós vamos apoiar a entrada do Brasil. Venezuela, todas as opções estão na mesa. E nós ainda não conversamos, então não posso dizer que a opção militar esteja sendo vista ou não até nossa conversa.
Mr. President, why is attacking Senator John McCain 7 months after his death?
I'm very unhappy that he didn't repeal and replace Obamacare. As you know, he campaigned on repealing and replacing Obamacare for years. And then he got to a vote, and he said thumbs down. And our country would have saved $1 trillion, and we would have had great health care. So he campaigned. He told us hours before that he was going to repeal and replace. And then for some reason, I think I understand the reason, he ended up going thumbs up. And frankly, had we even known that, I think we would have gotten a vote because we could have gotten somebody else. So I think that's disgraceful. Plus, there are other things. I was never a fan of John McCain, and I never will be. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Does Secretary Acosta still have your full support?
Thank you.
What do you say to critics who call you authoritarian? What do you say to people who call you both authoritarian?
Presidente Jair.
Presidente,
This way?